Christmas, everyone. Here from Trent Dunham, aka TrentTheHedgie. I am on the road to recovery, but the NASCAR SEGA Cup Series finally makes its return here just in time for the holiday season, and we are here live from Kansas Speedway getting ready for the Buschy McBusch Race 400. Try saying that 5 times fast. But anyway, it's been a couple of months since the last time I uploaded a race to YouTube, and we had Dougie Shears come out on top, finally capturing his first ever SEGA Cup Series victory here. But this week he's going to have some work to do, as he's going to start way deep in the pack. Our front row consists of Danny Wells in the 12 and Dustin Stoller in the 8. In our second row, we have a couple of teammates from the Stewart Haas Racing stable. We have Alex Drayton in the 14, and we have Zachary Fitzwater in the 4. I almost forgot for a second. Again, it's been a while since I recorded a race, so I may need a refresher on some of the names of some of the drivers here. But hopefully I won't be too rusty. We're going to be here for a long one here today. We're going to be here for 41 laps. And Jonathan Zorlin is still our points leader, but not too far behind him are Aaron Macklin and Mitchell Collins. But we have a couple of drivers here starting in the top 10 who are looking to try to turn their season around. One of them is actually the driver who is starting in 5th, Alex Ferranti in the 9. And further back we have Dylan Young in the 2 trying to also turn the season around. Right now, Dylan Young, he sits 34th in standings, so a good run here today will do him some good. A good run here will do anyone some good. But we have 41 laps to sell it out. What kind of racing are we going to see here? Well, you're going to find out very soon, as we're just seconds away from those famous words in motorsports.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Get our rhythm. Get ready to rock and roll today. It's a long race. There will be a lot of pit stops. So just go out there, do what you got to do. No mistakes. That's the big thing today. Just no mistakes.
And as all 42 drivers roll off pit road, here is your starting lineup for the Buschy McBusch Race 400. Getting ready to have some insane racing here in the Great Plains here. Kansas Speedway is a pretty fast racetrack where we can get some 3-wide racing here, and Danny Wells, he's going to have his work cut out for him as he's getting ready to lead this field to the green flag. Pace car makes his way onto pit road, and I hope all of you out there have a very Merry Christmas here. Who is gonna have some Christmas cheer at the end of this one? Well, we're about to find out right now as the green flag is out. Going to the spectators camera, we already see the drivers already going 3 wide, some rows deep now. Danny Wells leads the field as they come out of turn 2 right now. And Dustin Stoller, he's looking to already try to take the lead away from the 12. And he will in fact take that lead away with no competition. And it looks like Dustin Stoller will lead the very first lap. But we're already having a heated battle for second now. Alex Drayton, he just took it away. But But Alex Ferranti, he's looking to try to take that away. It's the Alex show for second place. And heading further back in the field. Now we have a battle for fifth between Dylan Young and Zachary Fitzwater now. Dylan Young, like I said in the pre-race ceremonies, he is 34th in standings, and he's looking to try to get up there with his teammate to try to help him as they're trying to go 3 wide for the 4th position now. Now we see Sky Commas in the 10 being... Oh man, they almost went 4 wide! Oh man, Dylan Young, he really had to back out of that, and that's going to cost him a few spots. He's getting... Wow, he just got freight trained by the Hendrick Motorsports stable. That's Joshua Mudd in the 5. Oh man, that's not what Dylan Young needed to see. As Joshua Mudd, he's stuck in a 3 wide situation with James Qualls and Sky Commas. Heading up the field right now. Now we see Kyle Matthews in the 77. He just took second place from Danny Wells. I don't know if anyone has anything for Dustin Stoller right now, but ever since he took the lead, he has not looked back. But the 77 might have something to say about that. As he just got an insane run out of turn 4. He's looking to try to go under the 8 car, and he's going to try to take the lead away. And oh man, the caution's out. The caution is out, and I don't think they caught the pace car yet. And yes, they did. They caught the pace car. And it looks like we had a little bit of trouble out of turn 2 and in the back straightaway. And now we see Matt McIntyre in the 27. He's back here. He has a little bit of rear damage to the back of his 27. And I'm trying to see if there's damage on anyone else. It may have been just a solo car spin from the 27. And oh man, things were already heating up for the lead, but that caution really just set it up for Dustin Stoller as they're coming down pit road to have our first round of pit stops. As we go to the pit road camera, we're gonna have to take a look and see who is gonna come out on top here as these drivers take their pit stops. And it looks like just a solo car spin between Matt McIntyre, but as soon as these pit stops finish out, we're gonna go to the replays as we see Stoller, Wells, Drayton, and Ferranti entering their pit stalls, as well as McLeod. And oh man, it looks like Kyle Matthews may have been the first driver out. We already have some drivers taking fuel and maybe just 2 tires. Oh wow, pit strategy is already in effect here at Kansas Speedway. But now let's go to the replays to see what happened to bring out our first caution, as we just saw Brandon Krause teleport to pit road. And here's having to brought out our first caution of the day coming out of turn 2. It looks like this was a heated battle all the way in the back of the field, but it looks like Simon Oscon in the 91 gets into the left rear quarter panel of Matt McIntyre, and that in turn gets them right into the 38 of Brett Kenningberg, as Brett had to go all the way to the apron to avoid taking more damage than he possibly could have from the 27. And this was just a solo car spin, but since this was deep in the pack, no other driver was involved. But that's a tough break for Matt McIntyre, as he will hopefully he'll get some fresh Goodyear tires on that number 27 and keep going, because he didn't really get that much damage other than the contact from the 91 car. Now before we head back to live action, this is what we saw on the pit road camera. Brandon Krause was trying to get into his pit box right in front of Dylan Young, and unfortunately, Christina Bell was coming out of her pit stall, and then she comes in contact with the number 23, and then that causes Brandon Krause to have to reverse into his pit box. But I guess he wasn't in the correct way, because NR 2003, it has that little glitch where if you're not in your pit box the correct way, it makes you teleport back into it. So I don't know if Brandon Krause is going to lose a lap for this or what. And then not only that, Dylan Young was coming out of his pit box, and then that's what causes Brandon Krause to get rear damage on his 23. That may have been the cause to actually make him teleport into his pit box, as we saw with some of the cars leaving pit road. So that's going to be a real tough break for Brandon Krause. So he gets involved in it with Dylan Young and Christina Bell. Here we are back at Kansas. We're going to restart on lap number 9 out of 41. Still plenty of racing here left to go here at Kansas Speedway. Now Brandon Krasser, he's still stuck on pit road, and he is currently shown as 1 lap down. Our top 10, once we get back underway, goes as follows. Kyle Matthews is the race leader. 2nd is Jessica Shelton. 3rd, Danny Wells. 4th is Seth Cole. 5th is Dustin Stoller. 6th, James Qualls. 7th is Alex Drayton. 9th is 8th is Joshua Mudd. 9th is Alex Ferranti. Rounding out the top 10 is Christina Bell. The rest of the top 15 are Levi McIntyre, Tim Fiegel, Chris Dollarton, Steven Gonzalez, and Sky Commons. And Brandon Krasser just left pit road, and it looks like he's going to be coming back down. So yeah, I think the race for the 23 is over. But anyway, once we get back underway here, these drivers are ready to go as the green flag is now back out at Kansas. Kyle Matthews with a pretty good start off the line in at number 77. This is one of the unique paint schemes for this specific racetrack here. I'm trying to see what it says on the hood. I can't quite call it, but anyway, it's a very Kansas specific paint scheme as we now see Brandon Krasser. And oh man, they're going 4 wide for 4th. Oh wow, I just now seen that, and James Qualls takes away 2nd place, but they're gonna have a lap car right in front of them as Brandon Krasser. He does appear to still be up to speed, but I think he's 2 laps down. Oh, no, he's 1 lap down. My mistake. Well, anyway, if Brandon Krasser can get up there to the 77, he could get his lap back, but he's going to have a bumper full of James Qualls, as James Qualls, he's looking to get around that 23 car, as he is trying to, he wants to try to win here today. In 3rd, we have Alex Ferranti, and we're having a battle for 4th right now between Steven Gonzalez and Alex Drayton. 2 good friends right now as, oh man, they had an insane run coming up on the 23. The 23 really needs to try to get out of the leader's way as we now see Sky Commons find himself in the 5th position. And here comes the Dylan and Dylan show coming up in 6. It's Dylan Poteet and Dylan Young. Dylan Poteet back in his great Clips colors. He would love to try to turn his season around a little bit. He has his teammate James McLeod coming up right behind him. I apologize for that lag there. I had to switch cameras. I don't know what happened there. As Poteet, he is stuck on the high side. He really needs to get away from up there as we try to head back to the front. And oh man, we're having a battle for 2nd between Alex Ferranti and Steven Gonzalez. And oh man, it looks like Sky Commons, he's going to try to look to make it 3 wide. But Ferranti wisely backs out of it. And oh man, we have another Hendrick Motorsports car coming up into the fold now. That's Nathan Orman, and the caution is out. Oh man, I was just about to talk about Nathan. I thought I saw the yellow lights. My mistake. The caution's not out. But anyway, as I was saying, Nathan Orman, he's gonna try to. He started this race in the 6th position, and that's where he finds himself right now. He's gonna try to do what he can to get around Steven Gonzalez for the 5th position, which he does. And oh man, no competition right now for Kyle Matthews in that 77. But now we see Simon Oskan out of the Everham Motorsports stable. He would love to try to put that 91 back in victory lane. The last time we saw the 91 in victory lane was actually the season 3 finale, which the driver who is now sitting in the 4th position, James Qualls, he put no, my mistake. James McLeod, rather. He's the one who put that 91 car in victory lane. James McLeod, he would love to get a victory for the Twinix Racing stable here after they downgraded to a 2-car team. He currently sits in the 3rd position now, my mistake. And we just saw a couple of cars leaving pit road. One of them was Aaron Macklin, who was 2nd in points. But right now, there's absolutely no competition for Kyle Matthews right now in that 77 car. Simon Oskan currently sits by himself in 2nd, and we're having a battle for 3rd now. Zachary Fitzwater just took it away from James McLeod. And oh man, it looks like we had a spin in the front straightaway. The caution is out. And yes, indeed, we had a wreck in the front stretch. Oh man, there's smoke and some tire marks. But we're going to have to take a look and see what happened as we see Nathan Hudson on the apron. And there's Dylan Poteet. He's got some left side damage. I think it involved him. Oh man, I don't know what happened with the 31 car, and I'm trying to see if anyone else was involved. And oh man, yes indeed, there's some rear damage to Tim Fiegel, and I think there may have been some right side damage to his teammate Cole Daly. Oh man, oh man, and another Joe Gibbs car, Cody Lamas. Oh man, this may have, whoa, this is just trouble in paradise for the Joe Gibbs Racing stable. Three of the Joe Gibbs cars were involved, and there's some more rear damage to Matt McIntyre. He may have also been involved. And oh man, there's some damage to last week's winner, Dougie Shears. And there's some front end damage to Aaron Macklin. Oh man, something definitely happened here on the front straightaway. We're gonna have to go to the replays and see what all happened here. But we know that some of the drivers involved were the 3 drivers out of the Joe Gibbs Racing stable. And here's having to brought out our second caution of the day. Apparently, Dylan Pote was going in a 3-wide situation with Alex Drayton and Brayson Mitchell, and I don't know if Pote cut a tire, but as he entered turn 3, he just got stuck on the wall and he could not get off of it. So I do believe that may have been what happened. He cut a right front tire, and he's just along for the ride right now. But coming out of turn 4. He just bounced off the wall, and here comes Tim Fiegel, just gets right into him, and oh man, Pote spins out right in front of Dougie Shears, and Tim Fiegel, he spins out right in front of Aaron Macklin. He gets hit by his teammate Cody Lamas, and Macklin, he spins out, and Fiegel also gets into his second teammate, Jessica Shelton, and Aaron Macklin, he gets into the wall. Dougie Shears gives him another hit. There's Cody. I'm trying to see what else happened. There's Cole Daly, and he had to slow down. And oh man, Nathan Hudson, he gets into the back of Matt McIntyre. So that's where he got that front end damage. That's where we saw him on the apron. I thought he was leaving pit road, but he just got that damage. Okay, and I'm going to have to rewind it a little bit to see if anything else happened to Pote. And no, I don't think anything else happened after that contact from Dougie Shears. Like, no one else hit him. So the main action was Fiegel. As you can see, he gets hit by his 2 Joe Gibbs Racing teammates as he just spins around. I'm trying to see if I can find a better angle of this. Matt McIntyre drives down to the inside. As you see, RJ Bishop, he just drove way past out on the apron, and he was able to like not get involved. We're gonna have to ride on board with the 17 to see what he saw. But after that contact from Nathan Hudson in the 6, he just spins around in the front straightaway, and there's Tim Fiegel with his rear damage. Oh man, not a good day for Joe Gibbs Racing. As you can see there, like one little mistake could have possibly taken out 2 of them. Here we are riding on board with the number 17 Ford Mustang of RJ Bishop. He just dove it right onto the apron. He was able to miss all that calamity on the front straightaway. Now here we are riding on board with the number 19 Toyota of Tim Fiegel. Just that contact with Pote, and then he just went for the ride and he gets clobbered. Oh man, not a good day for Fiegel. This is not what he wanted to happen here today. Now here we are with one last onboard camera from the number 11 Toyota of Cody Lamas. we head back to live action, we have a little problem with Joshua Mudd. He was just taking his pit stop, but I guess he got into his pit by just a little bit too far, because as he was trying to get out, he gets right into the back of William Brock in the 42. And, you know, in our 2003, this game is super old. I mean, you can update it, but it still has that same primitive coding. And it causes Joshua Mudd to just back into his pit box and just to teleport right in there. So unfortunately for the number 5, he's probably going to be considered one lap down, and that's a real tough break for Joshua Mudd, because I believe he was on his way to get into the top 5. And here we are back at Kansas, getting ready to hit the halfway point. Once these drivers get back underway to take the green flag, now we have Cole Daly and Tim Fiegel at the tail end of the lead lap, and RJ Bishop and Aaron Macklin are one lap down, as well as Nathan Hudson and Dylan Poteet and Brandon Crasta. But now our new leader, once we get back underway, is going to be Samad Askan. Second is going to be James McLeod. Third is Zachary Fitzwater. Fourth is going to be Steven Gonzalez. Fifth now is Kyle Matthews. Sixth is going to be Cole Devers. Seventh now is Mitchell Collins. Eighth, Chris Dollarton. Ninth, Jake Rogers. And running out the top 10 is Seth Cole. The rest of the top 15 are Nathan Ormond, Charles Sanford, Michael Norman, James Qualls, and Ryan Acosta. Hopefully these drivers won't be too much of a factor, as the green flag is now back out at Kansas. We have the route on board with Simon Oscar to see if I can get rid of some of this lag. Like, I don't know what happened. Okay, hopefully this will get rid of it. Simon Oscar, he's already trying to make sure that these drivers are going a lap down here as he's trying to go under RJ Bishop. We're now past halfway point now, as Simon Oscar will take that 91 all the way to the lead. And oh man, the caution is already back out. That did not take long at all, as we now see Steven Gonzalez on the inside of Cole Deaver now. And oh man, this may have been a big accident, because I don't see none of the lap drivers like back up in the front anymore. And it looks like we had an incident in turns 1 and 2. And oh man, I just saw a car on the apron that may have been Allison Rain. She may have gotten herself into trouble. Let's see. And yes, indeed, I think that was Allison Rain. And oh man, she needs to slow down before she gets into anyone else. And oh man, there's some damage to Aaron Macklin, who I was just talking about earlier. And oh man, it looks like we had another accident in turns 3 and 4. And I'm trying to see who may have been involved here. And oh no, Jessica Shelton, another Joe Gibbs driver, she finds herself in trouble once again. And I'm trying to see if there's anyone else who has damage. There may be some rear damage to the 38 of Brett Kennenberg. I'm trying to see. And yes, there is some rear damage to that 38. And oh man, we got a car smoking. That's Sky Commons in the 10. And there's some hood damage to the 40 of Christina Bell. And there's some left side damage to the 24 of Seth Cole. Oh man, he was just in the top 5. Oh man, so this wreck definitely happened when I went to the hood camera to try to get rid of the lag, which I do apologize for. And oh man, these guys are just, oh man. well, hopefully with some cars that are gonna retire out of the race, maybe it'll get rid of some of this lag, which I don't know why it's happening now. But anyway, let's take a look and see what happened to bring out our third caution of the day. Whereas I'm going to bring out this caution, and it looks like that it was just a huge calamity that happened in the front right away. As you can see, these drivers are going 4 wide, like rows deep, and unfortunately, Allison Rain gets into it with Sky Commons, and that also turns Brandon Craster right into Seth Cole. Seth Cole was completely innocent in that interaction, but it doesn't end there. Up ahead, Jonathan Zorlin gets into it with Dustin Stoller, and then Jessica Shelton. Oh man, Jessica Shelton and Jonathan Zorlin, they both just, oh wow, they just barrel rolled right into the safer barrier, and luckily the catch fence did its job. But oh man, Jessica Shelton just barrel rolling up towards the safer barrier as Jonathan Zorlin, he just sliding on his roof. But luckily he ends up back on all four wheels. But oh man, Jessica Shelton, she's just barrel rolling down the track. Oh man, and I do believe she end up back on her wheels? I think so. Yes, she does. But oh man, I just see the pace car just goes through her. The pace car is not solid, and she does teleport back to pit road. But oh man, just insane things happening here to bring out our third caution. And there was another accident which I just got into. It looks like it involves Cody Lamas and Michael Norman, and someone's smoking up ahead. Someone may have blown an engine. Was it Michael Norman who blew an engine? I'm trying to see. And oh yeah, that's exactly what happened. Michael Norman literally blows an engine, and oh man, he's trying to get to pit road, and he actually gets hit by Alex Ferranti, which causes him to lock up his wheels, and that's, oh man, right in front of Cody Lamas, who just tried to get his car partially fixed so he could keep going. But Michael Norman blows an engine, and he just, oh man, he just slides up the track right in front of Cody, and Cody had absolutely nowhere to go. Oh man, I'm trying to see if anyone else hits Michael Norman, and oh yep, Sky Commons just barely hits him with the right front end, and that was enough to get him to start smoking. So unfortunately, Sky Commons' day is over. Most likely, Cody Lamas' day is over, and Michael Norman. Here we are back at Kansas. Hopefully that lag goes away, and we actually have a few drivers who are now out of this race. They go as follows: Cody Lamas in the 11, Dougie Shears in the 83, Jessica Shelton in the 20, the 21 of Michael Norman with that blown engine, the 10 of Sky Commons, and the 9th of Alex Ferranti. We have more drivers who are still a lap down, but our new race leader is the number 3 of Cole Deaver. Second now is Zachary Fitzwater. Third is Simon Oscon. Fourth is Steven Gonzalez. Fifth now is Mitchell Collins, who actually started this race all the way in dead last, 42nd. Sixth now is Ron Acosta. Seventh is Levi McIntyre. Eighth is James McLeod. Ninth is Joshua Osborne, our winner from Atlanta. And rounding out the top 10 is pole sitter Danny Wells. The rest of the top 15 are Kyle Matthews, Nathan Ormond, Charles Sanford, Jake Rogers, and Brayson Mitchell. Pace car makes his way back onto pit road. I don't know if Cole Deaver's going to have to do some defensive driving, because that inside line is going to be completely of lap cars, and they are going to be slower as the green flag is now back out. We have 14 laps to go, and oh man, Zachary Fitzwater, he's not wasting any time. Zachary Fitzwater already making a move for the lead in that number 4 car, and he will indeed take it. And oh man, I already hear some tires screeching. Oh man, another wreck just happened, as Zachary Fitzwater will indeed take yet another yellow flag, but this time he will be the race leader. Oh man, this race is slowly becoming a wreck fest, as we see, oh man, Brandon Craster once again, and we see Brayson Mitchell in the 41. Oh man, something happened with the 41. I'm trying to see who else may have been involved. There's some damage to Brent Kittenberg in the 38, and oh no, Levi McIntyre and Danny Wells, they got some damage. I'm trying to see if there's anyone else. Ryan Acosta's got some damage. Nathan Hudson has damage. I don't see any damage to the one machine, but there's some insane damage to the back of Mitchell Collins. And I was just talking about him. He started this race dead last. Oh, man. And there's some damage to Steven Gonzalez in the 28. He's got rear and left side damage. Oh, man. Something must have happened near the front of the pack. But we're going to have to go to the replays to find out. But right now, our race leader is Zachary Fitzwater. So stay tuned, race fans. Here's having to burn out this caution. I think Levi McIntyre in the 60, he was trying to get around some of the lap machines and he tried to dive down, but I guess he didn't see the number 12 coming as both the 12 and the 60 just gets hooked. And you know, once you touch that apron, you have no grip, and that gets Danny Wells right into his teammate Mitchell Collins. Steven Gonzalez and Ryan Acosta had absolutely nowhere to go. Joshua Osborne also got collected in this mess. And oh man, Brandon Crasta, he gets into it with Danny Wells, and Wells gets into the 22, and then Brayson Mitchell, he gets into the back of the 78, and then Alex Drayton gets into his own teammate. Oh man, it's just a calamity between teammates here today. Then oh man, near the apron we see the 43, he gets into the back of Brett Kennenberg, and that also, and oh man, that made him get into the 23 of Brandon Crasta. Oh man, it was just a chain reaction, and I don't think Danny Wells is too happy with the number 60 there. He just got in front of him and tried to brake check him. But oh man, it's just a chain reaction. Just try to get around the slow drivers and try to get up to the lead. Just started off with this mess. As we see the 22 and the 28 that got together. Here we are back at Kansas. We're going to restart with just 9 laps to go. And we have more drivers who are not out of the race. They are Nathan Hudson, Brayson Mitchell, Brett Kennenberg, Levi McIntyre, Danny Wells, and Ryan Acosta. Oh man, but these drivers did not come down pit road, so this may be a fuel mileage race, but I don't know. Our leader, after all that carnage, is still Zachary Fitzwater. Second is Cole Deaver. Third is James McLeod. Fourth, all the way back here, is Simon Oscon. Fifth is Kyle Matthews. Sixth is Charles Sanford. Seventh is Jake Rogers. Eighth is Nathan Ormond. Ninth is Chris Dolleton. And rounding out the top 10, who actually brought out the first caution of the day, it's Matt McIntyre. And the rest of the top 15 are William Brock, Dylan Young, James Qualls, Stephen Coland, and shockingly enough, Christina Bell with a damaged race car. But anyway, we have 9 laps to settle this. Can Zachary Fitzwater hang on to that lead and bring victory to the number 4 car? We're about to find out as the green flag is back out. The last driver to bring that number 4 to victory lane was Jessica Shelton at the second Daytona race in season 3. And Fitzwater would love to try to bring that at the Stewart Haas stable to victory lane, but these guys are gonna have to try to run clean for the rest of the way. As Cole Deaver, he settles himself right into second place now, and third, and we actually have a battle for third between Simon Oscon and James McLeod, and it looks like McLeod he's trying to get a little bit of help from his teammate, and oh man, and Dylan Pote, he just went straight to the high side. He just went by to the field. But oh man, this is exactly what Zachary Fitzwater wants to see. He's actually a caution might actually help Fitzwater, and I hope I didn't just jinx it by seeing a caution. And nope, we're still going green. Deaver still sits second, but now here comes Nathan Ormond into the prey now, as well as Kyle Matthews and Chris Dolleton. And oh man, it looks like these the fast drivers. They finally got around the slow traffic. And oh man, look who's coming. Kyle Matthews. And he's bringing Chris Dalton along with him. He just got a full head of steam. He's going to try to do what he can to get around second place, Cole Deaver. Oh man, Fitzwater maybe in trouble because that 77 is coming. Next time by, we have 5 laps to go, and it looks like that Fitzwater, he might have to do some defensive driving here. And oh man, and we're almost having a 3-wide battle for the 4th position. Simon Oscar's trying to do what he can to defend it from Nathan Orman. Now here comes Dylan Young in that 5G Black Deuce. Oh man, Dylan Young would love to get a victory here at Kansas, but he's gonna have some work to do now as that lag is trying to come back. Go away, lag. As we now take a look at Chris Darlington. Let's ride on board with the 82 as he chases down the 77 and the 4. Oh man, Kyle Matthews, he's trying to do whatever he can to chase down that number 4, but Fitzwater could really use a caution right now, because if not, he might lose that lead to the 77. But Chris Darlington, don't count him out yet. The Texas native, he still has a chance. I mean, his teammate won last week. Could Red Bull Racing go for 2 in a row? I don't know. But right now, the 77, he is all over the back bumper of that number 4, and he's trying to get the lead. And oh man, they're coming up on lap traffic, and it's Steven Gonzalez in the 28. Where's he going to go? Oh man, they split the 28, and that's going to give the lead to the 77. But oh man, Zachary Fitzwater, he's going to try to do what he can to fight back on the outside. And the 77 just cleared the 4, and here comes Chris Darlington now. Now he's going to the inside. Chris Darlington takes second away from Zachary Fitzwater, but now Kyle Matthews. Oh man, he's trying to represent for Spire Motorsports here today. And oh man, this time by we have 3 laps to go. And here comes Dylan Young trying to represent for Penske Racing. Oh man, all these drivers are looking to try to get their first wins of the season. We're definitely in for a battle as Dylan Young, he's getting around Zachary Fitzwater for the 4th position. But oh man, the more that these guys duke it out, the more that's going to allow Kyle Matthews to get away. But Nathan Orman, he's got something to say about that, as he's trying to represent for Hendrick Motorsports here today. But and oh man, do we have a spin? Or was that from earlier? Okay, we're still going green. But Kyle Matthews, he is hanging on to that lead. But Nathan Orman, I don't know if he's going to have anything for that 77, but time is running out. And oh man, there's a battle for 3rd between Dylan Young and Zachary Fitzwater. It may be too little too late for the 4 and the 2. But the 48 may still have a chance as we're coming to the white flag. We're coming to the white flag, and we're coming up on another slow car. That's points leader Jonathan Zorlin. Where, oh man, where's the 77 going to go? And oh man, the 77, he's stuck on the high side. And that's going to open the door for Zachary Fitzwater. Using the 43 to slow the 48 and the 77 down. He could not have timed that more perfectly. Nathan Orman has one last chance to catch the number 4, and I don't think he can do it. Coming out of turns 3 and 4 for the final time, using the help from the 43, Zachary Fitzwater. He will take home Kansas as he will win the Buschy McBusch Race 400. Zachary Fitzwater brings it home for the Stewart-Haas Racing Stable as the number 4 enters victory lane here at Kansas Speedway. Oh my God, you can just hear the rage in my voice, but this is not about that. This Christmas gift belongs to Zachary Fitzwater in the number 4, and he was just at the right place at the right time. And you gotta feel for Nathan Orman in the 48. He was so close, but he's going to have to settle for 2nd place. And the same goes for Dylan Young in the Black Deuce. He'll have to settle for 3rd. But this day will belong to Zachary Fitzwater. Export S for Kansas. And this is race number 11, I believe this is race number 11, and I believe, yes it is race 11. Okay, I was just making sure, but this race is in the books. Zachary Fitzwater captures his first win in the NASCAR SEGA Cup of this season. He will take home Kansas Speedway here today. Chris Darlington, you got to give it to him. He had a possible chance of bringing it home for 2 in a row for Red Bull Racing, but he'll have to settle for 4th. Kyle Matthews had a strong running in that 77, but he'll still end up with a nice top 5 finish. Charles Sanford ends up 6th. James Qualls 7th. Dustin Stoller in the number 8 finishes 8th. This may have been probably the 2nd or the 3rd time he's finished 8th in that car. Stephen Kohler ends up 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is Simon Oscon. 11th has his teammate Jake Rogers right behind him. William Brock ends up 12th. James McLeod ends up 4th. Cole Deaver fell all the way back to 14th. And Matt McIntyre ends up with the top 15, even though he brought out the first caution of the day. Then Joshua Osborne, he was involved in that last accident. Both him and Seth Cole, they end up 16th and 17th. Then Christina Bell with a damaged race car beyond recognition. She ends up with a top 20 somehow. And Mitchell Collins was the last driver on the lead lap after starting in dead last. And then Jonathan Zorlin, despite being a lap down, he ends up with a top 20. Then we have Joshua Mudd, Dylan Pote, RJ Bishop, Allison Rain, and Cole Daly right out the top 25. They were all 1 lap down. Then we have Tim Fiegel, Brandon Crasta, Steven Gonzalez, and Alex Drayton. He was the last driver 1 lap down. And Aaron Macklin ends up 30th, 3 laps down. And from 31st on down to 42nd, we have Ryan Acosta, Danny Wells, Levi McIntyre, Brett Kenningberg, Grayson Mitchell, Nathan Hudson, Alex Ferranti, Sky Commons, Michael Norman, Jessica Shelton, Dougie Shears, and Cody Lamas. Well, can't say that this race wasn't exciting. It may have been a wreck fest for the most part, but that finish, I'd say that finish was definitely worth it. But the next time the NASCAR SEGA Cup Series is live, we're gonna be live from Darlington Raceway, so don't forget to tune into that. Congratulations one last time to Zachary Fitzwater, and I hope everyone on YouTube has a very Merry Christmas. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.